Kia ora whānau. It's been a while since I put a video clip up. It's because of not actually having a camera to use. So I had to save up and get a new phone so that I can post a bit more about the garden. So yeah, winter I missed out on a lot of seeds because in New Zealand here, lockdown came just in autumn and everybody bought all the seeds and seedlings, so I was kind of limited to what I could plant. But anyway, this one is about the compost box, and remember I filled it up with horse manure and it was full almost to the top. Well, it's no longer full to the top. It's about halfway, and we're just going to go and have a look and see how it's all come along. And there's the seedling box. We're going to put that to use today. Get some seeds in the ground, but that'll be some soil. That'll be a different video clip. We've had a bit of rain, and you can see a bit of water there. But yeah, let's have a look. Covered it with some black plastic because we were getting a lot of rain. Oh yeah, some worms in here. Oh, that smells good. That's good. That's some good compost. And so what did I do to get this? I just filled it up with horse manure that I got for free, whole trailer load. And just let it sit here and rot away. As you can see, there's still a little bit that hasn't rotted. Let's love that. Let's shake it off all the worms that we get in there. Yeah, so quite a bit of worms. I don't know if you can make out. There's a lot of worms. No doubt there's a lot more in the... Ooh, there's a slug. So we'll just kill the slug. So yeah, some nice worms. I'd dig in there, but so anyway, this is all going to go into the garden. It's going to go into this slot here, and onto that one there. Kale's starting to go to seed, it's flowering. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Still got a lot to do in the garden. There's always a lot to do. But yeah, now it's spring, we'll get some action happening and we'll see how things go over the spring and summer. So we'll get back soon, because right now I'm going to go and weed out this garden, clean it up a little bit. Celery's coming along nice, same as the parsley down there. So yep, and just go and weed this out. Well, welcome back, whānau. I've just weeded out this garden bed. There's a few garlic and elephant garlic down here. These other ones are the normal garlic and some shallots. They're a bit slow, but oh well, they'll grow. Hopefully get a good return. Anyway, this is what I come to show you. The free food, well, free plants at the moment. Isn't there? We've got some tomato plants. That one there's a tomato. And we've got a marigold. And there's a tomato one at the back there. And we've got some squash plants there. And some more marigold and tomatoes and amongst everything. Well, I don't think you can see the one quite clearly there. Anyway, we've got more throughout the whole garden. So I left them in so that they can be transplanted tomorrow. And looks like there's a lot of squash plants here. There's a few more tomatoes. Yeah. A few more tomato plants. Another one at the back there. I don't think there's anything amongst over here. No, just the parsley and the celery. So yeah, we've got a lot of free plants in here now. So free plants means free food. So we'll see how these go, and I think I may make a few updates on how all this free plants go. Free is good, and if it can produce some free kai, some free food, even better. Here's some more little tomato plants coming up over here. I don't know what kind these are. These are even my beefsteak tomatoes I grew last year, and there was also some overripe and not so nice to eat cherry tomatoes that went in there. They were overripe, so went into the compost. So it ended up going in this whole garden bed. So that's what they're going to be, either cherry tomatoes or beefsteak. I think I'm going to leave this in so I get some seeds for the kale, but they're nice to eat right now. Anyway, I'll bring you back and show you a little bit more when I pick these out tomorrow, transplant them, put them in some pots, and that might be all the pumpkins, squash, pumpkin that I need for the pumpkin garden this year. Well, kia ora whanau. It's really windy today and blustery again still, but I managed to clear out some of this garden, cleaned it off. Just got a couple of things in there, just 2 garlic left. They were volunteer plants, must have missed them last year, and the last cauliflower. So yeah, it's coming along nicely. It's about as big as a softball, baseball thing. Yeah, so that's the last one, but this garden's going to be planted out soon. Oh, this wind is terrible and it's starting to rain. I thought I'd capture a little bit more footage in between the storm. So yeah, down there we've got the silver beet happening. That's all going to be picked today. Well, not all of it, but going to get some for dinner. Anyway, yeah, I'm quite impressed with this cauliflower. It's taken a while for it to come out, but it's good. It's a good one. Yeah, okay, so we'll catch up again soon. Kia ora whanau. Well, sometimes gardening is just actually pulling out all the weeds. And so I've done all that here in the front and along the pathway. So I've got some repairs to do. I'll film that too, show you how to patch up some concrete. And weeded down here. Took all the weeds out down there so far. Got to tidy up some of this again. Getting a bit of sun along here now, down in this part. The lettuces didn't get enough sunlight there, but they're a bit small, but they make them right. So we're going to be feeding this and putting a top layer of compost on here and planting out a few plants. And yeah, there's all the weeds. It's all the weeds there. So they'll be going to the compost, or I've got another plan. I want to put in some raised beds here in the front. So we'll get on to that and see how things go. We'll catch up again soon. Kia ora whanau. Well, I'm going to be fixing this, putting the new concrete in. I thought I'd just give you a quick show of what's going on. It's right on part of the garden pathway at the front. So we'll be dealing with this today. And what I've got to do is I've got to dig out. Sorry about that. I've got to dig out some of this dirt right around all of this. scrape right around and take it down about 2 inches. So we'll be back once I've done that. Well, kia ora whānau. I've dug it all out, given it a couple of inches of depth, all in there, all along there. I'm just about to mix up the quick setting cement and patch it up. I'm just chucking some stones in, some bits of broken concrete, as you see, and that's going to raise the level up a little bit so I don't use so much concrete. And hopefully from the one bag I'm going to have enough to do all of those along there and around here and those there. But they could be pushing it, but we'll wait and see. So I'm just going to mix it up now. So you got this here. That's the concrete. So just dip it into the bucket of water, following the instructions of the mix, and we'll be back in a moment. Well, whānau, as you can see, it's gotten really windy, and just managed to finish this. I couldn't stop and record the pouring and flattening out of it, smoothing off of the concrete. But there's the pathway now. When I read on it, it was only 15 minutes from mixing to setting, so I had to do it real quick. Couldn't stop, and yeah, there we go. Pathway patched up. Now I can get on with doing this garden, putting some compost in, and a bit of blood and bone and potassium, potash, phosphorus and potash, sorry, and get everything all planted into here, and then be on to this garden down here. Got to rip out these lettuces, they just didn't do too well. Well, not these, the ones at the back did really well. Still eating them now. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, I'll add this pathway fix up to this gardening video here. Well, kia ora whānau. I've got to go and feed up one of the gardens. I thought I'll show you the compost heap. This is that lot I did with that horse poo, the hot box. Just filled up with a whole heap of horse manure and pine needles. That's your nitrogen and carbon. So looks like some fresh dirt. It's really nice. And look, there's worms everywhere in it. So let's just get a scoopful out so you can see. Oh, there's heaps of worms in there. I don't know if you can see them. Get that out of the way. Heaps of baby worms. Get another one out. Oh yeah, put it in there. Oh, look at that. Heaps of worms everywhere. So yeah, I'm going to go fill this wheelbarrow up and take it around to the garden, so I'll meet you at the garden. I couldn't help it. Had to come and show you that. Can you see it? That's a whole heap of worms there. Jeez. Well, I was definitely doing the job, so yeah, meet you in the garden. Okay, whānau, we're at the front garden here, and I'm going to put all this on this garden here. And I've got some bags of compost over there as well, which I'm going to put over the top, and that should feed up this for the year. Plus I'll give it a bit of organic food during out the growing season, depending on what's in there. I'm not sure what's going to be planted yet, but something. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. I can't actually do this while trying to film it with my phone. Oh, and that's another thing too. I haven't put a video up for ages because I had no phone. My phone, which is my camera that I use, it broke. It just got too old. And so I had to save a bit of money to get a phone. So now that I got a new phone, there'll be a few more videos coming up, hopefully one every week. If not once a week, then once every fortnight. So, yeah. I'll get on with this and we'll be back in a minute once all the compost is being spread over the garden, and I'll let you know what I'm planting. Well, Whānau, I've had a look at some seeds in my packets, and these are what I'm going to be planting in this front garden that I've just put all the manure and compost on and everything. So we've got some zinnias and nasturtium status, some dahlias and snapdragons. I'm not sure about putting sunflower in yet, but a few veggies too, and I've got some others to transplant. So I've got some zucchini, pak choy, mizuna, turnips, some radishes, and I've got some celeriac and some spring cabbage, and I'll put it in there. Some other plants going in there, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. So, and get on to this. Well, kia ora whānau. Going to be pulling out all this Russian red kale that's gone to seed, but not just chucking it on the compost pile or digging it into the garden or anything like that. I'm actually going to be picking all the edible parts and taking all the leaves. As you can see here, I picked a few leaves in the bin, and these bits here, the flower head parts, they haven't gone to flower yet, like this bit here, see? Like this here. It's gone a bit further than I would like, but it's still edible. It tastes like broccoli, and it's going in the stir fry tonight. And all these leaves are going get washed up, and those are going to get put into a boil up tomorrow night. So yeah, when you think something can be no longer of use, think again, you know. Look at that. These have got a lot of flower heads on them. No bugs, no nothing. So they're just going to need a rinse. And I should get a whole container full of those there, and probably about a third or half of that big bucket. That's a 30 litre. That's a 30 litre plastic tub. So probably about a third of that out of all these leaves. And also, I'm going to pull out the sprouting broccoli. I was leaving it for the bees, and as you can see, there's a lot of bees. You know, I don't know if you can see the bees in there, but there's a few bees all over it. Some more coming. So, you know, got to do what you can for the rest of nature, not just yourself. So yeah, that's what I'm up to today, whānau. So I'm going to leave you here for a moment, pick a few, and we'll get back to it in a second. And here, whānau, see, chucking all the dead leaves all onto the garden so it can rot away. And the stems, if I could do it with one hand, I'll chop them up, as you can see, chopping them up, chucking them in the garden, so it's adding to the garden. This garden is going to be all new. I'm going to get some soil. Been putting away my $1 a day so I can fill these garden beds here. You know, it's affordable if you set a goal. And that goal is up to you, really. Work towards it. It's not going to happen overnight. But yeah, I'm going to carry on picking these kales. As you can see, just a bare stems left, eh? So, back again soon, whānau. As you can see, whānau, slowly getting some more off them. Still got a lot to go. So I'm going to carry on. Had to change sides because the sun got to start to get a bit warm. Didn't want it to start drying out the greens. I should have put some water into the big black bucket, keep the leaves all fresh. But yeah, hopefully it won't take too long. See, pick a lot of these. Yeah, So stir fry's looking good tonight. There'll be a lot of it actually. A lot of these. If you grow it, you might as well eat it, eh? And if you don't eat it, then don't grow it. Okay, back again soon, whānau. I practiced no dig gardening, whānau. This is why I just chop them off. Leave the roots in the ground, eh? Give those hungry worms something to eat. And keep feeding the soil, eh? Instead of just taking from it. Oh, yeah. And you got a few more to go, whānau. So I'm over halfway. Hopefully it's going to be enough for a couple of feeds. So we'll be back soon, whānau. Well, whānau, I got quite a bit actually, more than what I thought. About half of the black bin, and all the tips and tops of the plants going to make good stir fry. So yeah, that's the garden cleaned out, and it's just got these stems to chop up. And so the next stage will be to spread a whole lot more compost and get some planting done into those. So yeah, thanks for watching, whānau, and yeah, got a good kai out of it, two good kai out of there. So tonight and tomorrow, awesome. So if you like what you saw, if you're interested in watching what's going on in this garden over the next 12 months, subscribe if you can, or if you like, click on the bell icon, share amongst your mates. You know, it's all a journey of learning, isn't it? So okay, we'll catch up again, whānau. Bye for now.